After days of travel, they reached the black fortress of Dru'Maka, a shadow upon the world. Hundreds of orcs patrolled its walls, their red eyes scanning the darkness for any who would dare approach. Aric looked at Serenya. "We're getting out of this," he promised. His words were a shield against her fear. They found an old drainage tunnel, an elven secret hidden in the archives, and began their descent. Inside it was dark and suffocating, filled with the heavy stench of blood and ancient shadow. They moved like ghosts through the heart of the monster, every step bringing them closer to the flame. At last they found it. The central hall where the heart flame was held in a grip of iron. The crystal floated above an altar, its energy heavy and suffocating, breaking the spirit of all who drew near. But before they could reach it, the warlord Gorthul emerged from the darkness. He was enormous, his skin dark as stone. "You are too late," he growled. "The heart flame is mine." Aric stepped forward, his blades singing with light. "Then I'll take it back," he replied. The battle that followed was brutal, a clash of steel and stone that shook the very foundations. Gorthul was stronger than any foe Aric had ever faced. Every strike felt like an earthquake. Aric was thrown against the walls, his body screaming in protest against the warlord's fury. Serenya tried to help, but her magic was swatted aside. The crystal's power anchored the warlord. Aric was on the brink of collapse, his strength failing as the darkness closed in. Then Serenya placed her hand upon him. She whispered forbidden words of elven power. Her magic surged into him, strengthening his heart and filling him with power beyond mortal limits. Aric felt his muscles burn. His sword blazed like a star, a beacon of hope in the dark. He charged with a force the warlord had not expected, a whirlwind of steel and magic. With one final, devastating blow, Aric struck. The giant fell. His reign of terror ended. The obsidian warlord was no more, his dark will broken by the light of Arendor. But the heart flame began to crack, its energy becoming unstable and wild.
"We must destroy it,"
she shouted,
"before it unleashes its power upon the world."
Together they raised their weapons and struck. One final act of unity to save their land. The crystal shattered. Its power was gone, drifting through the hall like a million stars. But the fortress began to collapse, its foundations undone by the crystal's end. They ran for their lives, leaping over falling stones as the mountain itself seemed to scream. They escaped just as the entire fortress crumbled into ruin, a tomb of stone and iron. Dru'Maka had fallen. The shadow that had hung over Arendor was finally gone. Outside, beneath the star-filled sky, Serenya collapsed from pure exhaustion. Aric fell beside her, his breath ragged. They had survived the impossible. She looked at him, her eyes soft. "You could have run," she whispered, "but you stayed." Aric took her hand, a firm and gentle grip. "I'll always stay with you." The world seemed to fall silent. No war, no darkness, only the two of them. And then they kissed, a soft, warm promise of a future they had fought to win. A new dawn rose over the mountains, painting the world in gold and hope. And so began a new chapter, not of war, but of hope for all the lands. Their names would be remembered in the whispers of the forest and the songs of the peaks. For the flame of Arendor now burned in the hearts of its people, never to be extinguished. Arendor was free. The guardians of the mountains watched over a world at peace. The warrior and the Magistra walked into a future they had forged together. Every story has an end, but every end is a new beginning in the lands of Arendor. The Flame of Arendor, a saga of light. Act 2. The Fall of Dru'Maka. Hope has been restored. Thank you for witnessing the journey of Aric and Serenya. May the light of Arendor guide your path as well. Farewell, for now. The end of this saga. For now. Thank you for watching, but darkness always has a way of returning. Beware. A HeyGen original production. Thank you.